Welcome to Whaling City Ghost Christmas Special, and we've got some great spirits to bring in your new year. Tonight we have, of course, the nice elf and our naughty elf, Donna Stagman.
Hello, Ann. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too,
and
Happy New Year.
Oh, thank you. And Merry Christmas to everyone out there. So tonight we're going to be going over some EVPs, and we thought for Christmas it'd be fun to do nice EVPs and naughty EVPs.
Funny, I think we have more naughty recordings than we have good recordings, but hey, that's the nature of the business sometimes. Well, this first recording was taken in Lakeville, Massachusetts in a private home, and it sounds really nice until you reverse it.
And then it's "We Are All Dead," and that is very, very naughty.
I agree.
I was born up north in North Andover. Had a lot of these kind of names where North Andover.
That was great because in that grouping we got a nice, which was taken in Dartmouth, Massachusetts, and that little child is actually interacting with me very closely. I felt like there was a small female behind me, and I asked it to say hello, and then hello Tara, and she really came through on that. I think that's a great nice. And then, of course, we have the other side of the coin, and we have a really naughty one, that little brat, keep those eyes closed.
That sounds naughty. That doesn't sound nice. It almost sounds creepy. Like
yeah,
someone stalking a child. Creepy. Not nice.
Definitely very creepy.
Oh.
That's very naughty.
It gets the badonkadonks.
Pick up that bag, I'll open it up and get some cookies.
We have quite a run of those 3 EVPs there. The first one, the Can't Eat Nothing Nothing, we had asked him if he wanted some cookies, and I guess he understands that when you're dead, you can't actually eat cookies.
And that was from a private home in Dartmouth as well?
That was, yes.
And the history surrounding that? You want to?
There is a ton of history surrounding that. There's not only deceased family members that are coming through at times, but that land goes back to the Wampanoags. There's actually a Wampanoag ford behind the house where a river runs through, and they used to use that and come and hunt and fish in the area, and just so much happened. The King's Philip's War happened there, and then going forward there were farmers, there were people living, and it's just one of those places that seems to attract a lot of activity. There's a lot of factors there. That next one, it's almost naughty. That came from the Kokoshan Club up in Fall River, Mass, and that's a great historic building.
Yeah, that has quite a history behind it.
That sure does. That was built in the late
Questionable.
1890s. Yeah. Oh, this
A lot of questionable naughty activity went on upstairs.
That's what we heard. We can't find any proof of it, of course, but they were claiming that there were boarders upstairs.
Oh, is that what they called them?
That's what they called them back then. That was the polite word. And that last one, that's kind of really creepy if you know the whole circumstances, but that was actually taken in the Lizzie Borden home in Fall River, Mass. And I think everyone knows the alleged history of the Lizzie Borden house, where she was alleged to have killed her two parents with an axe.
And that's very naughty.
That's very naughty.
I'm thinking coal in the stocking.
I think
Her stocking's getting stuffed with coal.
I think so.
I'd rather
think you're
have
right.
different things stuffed in my stocking, but
I would too, and I'm nice. How does Edgar feel about the Lizzie Borden house? I bet he fits right in there, doesn't he?
Yes, he seems to like it.
Yeah, with all those axes and skulls and murders and blood in the floors.
I've actually been in there. I've laid in that spot where supposedly the mother was hacked to death. Well, they found the
how
body.
did that make you feel? Extremely naughty?
It was naughty. No, it was a different kind of vibe in that room altogether, But the funny part was, a lot of people would think it would feel creepy. It was very peaceful. So, go figure.
And that first one, that's actually a really nice one. It's one of my favorites, and it comes from one of my favorite haunts of all time, the Gallery X building. That was great. You missed out.
No.
Were you there that night?
I was
Yeah, that's right. You were there that night.
Now, was that downstairs? Because did they have a daycare down there?
Yes, they had a Sunday school. When the Pilgrim Church actually took over the first Unitarian church that was built in 1855, they did extensive renovations on the building and also made sure that the basement would house a Sunday school for the children that the parents went to school there, and that's what I think that relates to. And it's great because this one actually does not reverse and say something intimidating, so I do believe it's a sweet little child who went to the Sunday school. The next one actually came from a house in Acushnet, Mass, and it's right along that Acushnet River that we're doing our big Acushnet River project on, and I'd say that one's kind of naughty. And you heard that, so parents
Stitch
go
in
to
time
sleep.
saves 9, and then when it reverses, parents go to sleep. Yeah, that's kind of creepy, because it makes you wonder, what are they doing when the parents go to sleep? And there's children in that home, correct?
Yes. Yes, there are. So yeah, that gets the big naughty.
Yeah, that gets the badonka stick.
Good thing, Santa doesn't have to worry about all these lumps of coal to put in all these bad ghosts.
So, your next agility is up there.
I think daughter is actually a very nice one. It's probably a father looking for his daughter, and that's again the Gallery X, downtown New Bedford, that had a heck of a lot more ghosts than I suspected. I knew, I kind of get my feelings about buildings, and I'm usually right, but I did have a feeling, but I had no idea the compass of what was going on in the building, and a lot of it could be residual, but this is one that's more on the positive side, so I'm giving that the big nice.
It gets the nice thumbs up.
Yep, that gets the nice thumbs up. That next one, the Where Blood Is My Faith, that was actually taken in the Daniel Lowe building in Salem, and as far as I know, to this day, we are probably one of the only teams that ever was lucky enough to go down there, and I know we were the first. There were actually secret tunnels, because the Daniel Lowe building started out as a church that later rented the first floor to a jewelry business, and the funny thing is they actually got famous from a mail order witch spoon with Salem, Mass on it, and the jewelry store actually grew to taking up the whole first floor, and they actually made those secret tunnels to bring the precious gems and the metals that they need to make jewelry, so people couldn't steal them. They'd sneak them into the building at night, but there was a church housed in there, and I would say Where Blood Is My Faith, it's hard to say, because to me, blood and faith, I guess there is a lot of religious intonation to that, but I'd say that's probably a nice one.
And then we have naughty.
Oh, that's a little bit naughty.
It's a little naughty. So the next CVP, which says, have the book I'm beep dead, flipping dead, I guess we have to say on cable. Yeah, very naughty, using naughty words. Not nice, colon stocking, naughty.
Well, the thing with that one is it's interesting, because I think that case actually encompasses two cases in Fall River that are sort of related, because this was taken in the Q Club. But the funny thing is, we found one of our other EVP people, the Screamer, I call it, in a book. And these ghosts at the Q Club, the Kokoshan Club in Fall River, were calling out for someone named Marie and Maria. And as we did more research on this, we found out that Sarah Maria Cornell, her friends, called her Marie or Maria. So we're wondering, since the Q Club is just a few blocks up from where she was found dead, and the doctor next door was one of the people called to the scene of the crime, if it somehow relates together.
Gotta wonder if there's a journal or something.
We'd love to find one. The owner has actually been finding old books that have a lot to do with the club, and we are trying to keep in contact with him so that if he does find something that's pertinent to the case, we'll someday maybe know.
That would be great.
It would be.
Okay, so the next
He had a
one,
knife.
He had a knife, naughty. I would say that's naughty. You say that's naughty? Okay, we have agreement. This
That's
is naughty.
very naughty, because most of the time...
And that was found where? Where'd you get
That was actually in a private location in Fairhaven, and it's again right on that Acushnet River. Yeah.
Questionable.
I
lot
think
of
there's
activity.
a lot of coal going out on the Acushnet River on Christmas Eve. The next ones don't do this, Alex. I don't know, you think that's naughty or nice?
No, I don't think it's
You
naughty.
don't think it's naughty? Okay.
Depends, I guess, what Alex was trying to do.
Well, it's nice in the way that someone cares enough to try to stop them from doing something if it's something negative or dangerous. So
Okay.
whose EVP is this? I guess we'll have to call it nice.
We'll call it nice. It gets nice. We got it, yeah, so,
Well,
nice.
Don't do this, Alex. I guess we can call that nice. That was also in Fairhaven.
Even Fairhaven.
Right along that Acushnet
Acushnet
River
River.
that we've been kicking around on lately. So no coal there. That's a good thing.
No, they get a candy cane.
They get a candy cane.
Yeah.
Ooh. The last one in that group was actually taken in Fort Tabor, which it's one of our favorite places to go. There's always something going on at the fort. This one, I don't know, which I kind of think that's positive that they found us, found you.
Yeah, that's not naughty, you know.
Well-
And it's something where they're interacting with you guys out there while you're there. You know what I mean? It's not like I don't think that's residual. Did
No,
you have any
I
other
don't think
things out
there's-
on when you were out there? Because I wasn't there
Oh,
for that.
yeah, a ton. A
Oh.
ton.
Was it interactive or?
There is interaction, but I also think there is some residual there too. So, interesting. But at least the good soldiers down at the fort don't
Yeah, it has
get
a positive
cold, 'cause
energy.
that's a good thing.
Okay.
Well, mixed bag over there.
Mixed
As
bag.
you'll see as we go on, we do have
Oh.
some more
Yeah,
that,
I wasn't
that
in
you
I
get,
didn't-
Miss Naughty,
Oh, I
tonight.
get-
I have more for you.
Okay.
Oh, I can put my boots away again. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That first one in that group, who is that? I kind of take that as nice. You know, I don't think that's residual. I think he's aware and that he's questioning the new people who were in the building. That was taken in Gallery X, of course,
great.
and one of our favorite haunts. And he is questioning who is that. So he doesn't get coal in his stocking this year.
The next one is kind of a naughty one, and it was taken in the Freetown State Forest, which has a notorious reputation for questionable things that have occurred there. We had, that was where, what was her name? Mary
Lou Arruda.
Mary Lou Arruda, yep.
Yeah, 15. I think that was 1978. And of course, there's tons of bodies that they have actually pulled out of the ledge out there. It's a very deep body of water that was formed by a quarry that used to operate out there, and who cannot live around here and grow up around here and not hear about the cult murders. You know, that's one of the biggest things. They didn't actually kill the girls in the forest, but they were performing rituals out there, and it wasn't pretty.
And it says you will serve, and it's not Santa, folks. Even with the spirit of the season, it's not Santa, it's Satan. And that is very, very naughty.
I think they should get worse than coal. Yes, they get that. I think this one's really naughty. because this was again taken in Fort
Fort
Taber,
Taber.
and I told you we would have some naughty spirits for you because I was getting a cold breeze down my shirt.
Oh.
And he didn't want me to put those things away, as it says you will not.
You will not. And oh, I see.
And in no uncertain terms, he kind of yells at me, you know. But that goes to
I guess he
prove
liked
that
them.
there are certain things that some people just don't stop loving, even in the afterlife.
Nope.
No. So it's great having you.
Well, thank you. And I hope 2015 brings lots of good things for Whaling City Ghosts and everybody.
That's a good thing. And
Yeah.
it was really great having you with
Well,
me
thank
for
you.
our Christmas edition.
And Edgar. Thank
and
you.
Edgar, of course, how could we ever forget Edgar? He's just great. He's our mascot, by the way, and hopefully he can come back for another guest starring on the show in the near future, we hope. And for everyone, really have a safe holiday, have a great holiday, and we'll see you next year here at Whaling City Ghost Presents.
Happy hunting.
Oh, happy haunting.
Yeah.
Woohoo!